I think we have the last group, which is Ghardy and Hilary. And I'm not going to pronounce the school. And then keep close to your heart and your mouth.
Good evening. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking and all that, Ghardy has been my partner for the year, and she is the principal of Tsireletso Primary School. I hope I said that reasonably well. She's a beautiful, effervescent, and very passionate leader of the school. The gift that Ghardy has brought to our partnership has been her enthusiasm to do virtually anything to improve the learning and teaching of her school and to empower everybody that she comes in contact with.
Okay. Hilary, my business partner, I met her a year ago in the information session of PFP, and I'm just happy that I met her that day. She just chose me on the day when I said I'm a principal and I'm here to get development. So the very day I told her that I want empowerment for my school, I want growth, and she is an accountant. She's a business lady. She's been with Ghana Bautan for the last 30 years. Also a graduate in teaching. Although she taught for a year, that showed me that she's passionate about education. That's why she came to us. She wanted to bring change to the children. She's very energetic young lady, very organized, very organized and very strict. So I'm very grateful that I had her in the school. Yeah, I joined partnership after, seeing the awesomeness of partnership, in the meeting. Yes, I was invited by a few friends, but when I saw what partners could do in the school, I thought, hell, what am I waiting for? So I was ready to join the partnership.
I love this one of I say Ghardy, Gandys. Our nation really needs to develop people who value integrity and education. If our people had integrity and really good education at the moment, we would be flying. And this is so for me, instead of bemoaning the way our country was going at that stage, I wanted to be the change that I wanted to see. And for me, PFP actually does both of those.
We started having lunch together, discussing the school improvement plan or even the entire school development program. And at some point, we had time enjoying the fun run at St. Augustine Church, in the street of Soweto. I was working with her. She was the only white lady, and she didn't mind working the street of Mzimhlope. And at that time, as we were working, we were talking about the challenges of the school, what can we do. So it gave us a chance to know each other. I know she's grandmothering. She was waiting patiently for granddaughter Kethiwe. And it was just wonderful for me to be closer to her because I felt like, I feel like I've got a mother here. It was wonderful. It was easy for me to get close and to know her. And I could just know that I've got somebody who's going to assist me in the school because sometimes we have development support officers who are not there. So I was just happy that I've got somebody that I can talk to anytime and get to know what we can do for the school.
The school has definite challenges, and as I watched some of the schools that you've just seen, our school wasn't quite in that category at all. The toilets at the school are actually mobile toilets. They have a couple, about 6 toilets for the pupils that are brick and mortar, but most of them are mobile toilets. Some of them were delivered in 2011, and they were meant to be there for 3 years. Some more were delivered because Ghardy has been trying to get more toilets in 2017. This is what the department gave them. Oh, I'm stuck. The toilets, the cisterns aren't even the right way up. They leak. They do all sorts of things. The glass is broken. The water just either doesn't work or it continually works. And for me, they smell, okay? And I, in my naivety, thought that all you had to do was to get hold of the right officials and tell them about it, and they'd fix it, because, of course, our children are paramount. The health of our children is paramount. Well, 19 emails later and quite a lot of effort, I was beginning to realize the difficulties that our principals really face. This is not a thing that I would even consider was a big deal. And so this was my big deal for this. Ooh, dear. This was my big deal for this, and I managed to realize that that actually I thought I was going to have to say we'd done nothing, but on Tuesday, people arrived there from the Department of Health. So Ghardy may get a toilet of brick and mortar.
One of our challenges was poor reading. And in our improvement plan, we wanted to, because our school is from grade R to grade 4, we wanted to emphasize reading, because children must read. And luckily, we had a youngster from the community who was trained as a librarian. So we had a full-time librarian, and we had to change, the old toilets into a library. And now we had to spend LTSA money, try and make a wonderful library, and have wonderful programs for children to read. So in the assembly, children will read in the morning, and so we would give them something for the community to hear. And as they were competing, and we had programs like drop everything and read. The cleaners, those who were cooking for them, they would drop and come and read. So we're just pushing reading, so that at least reading can improve. At the same time, we also, in the school leadership forums, send our teachers to the empowerment, workshop, so that we can make the library, more interesting, and the teachers to be able to teach reading. Teaching reading is not easy, but when they attend workshops like school leadership forum here at PFP, it brought change. It developed the educators in terms of teaching how to read.
So there was quite a lot of teacher development that we tried to put into place. On the left here is this wonderful thing that is a tree. Now this was, Ghardy sent 3 of her educators to this Regio conference at St. Mary's School, and they concentrate completely on trying to use things that are useless, like toilet rolls, sticks, and pieces of wood, to get the kids to develop their education, their thinking, and their artistic skills. So that was one of the things that Ghardy sent 3 of her teachers on. On the right is us being present. Ghardy is there, and 4 of her teachers are there, and that's being present at one of the school leadership forums that PFP provides, that not only do we have lots of ideas, but we also interact with people who are like-minded, which is also very important.
Okay, we also had school management team. Because we just appointed the HODs recently, and we had trouble, them managing their teams. So with time to think, luckily for us, the 2 of us, we organized the time to think workshop for the HODs during the July holidays last year, and we shared with them the benefits of time to think, and we also introduced partly flawless consulting, because we wanted them to listen to the people that they were leading, and whatever that we learned, we shared with them, so that we can make our school a better team, so that when I come as a principal, together with them in the SMT, we can be able to say we are doing better. We also had sometime in September, thank you, the Art of Community Building. We invited a number of people in the school, the SGB, the teachers, non-teaching staff, everybody, to come into the building workshop, and where we try to emphasize how can we improve the learning environment. And together, parents, teachers, those who are cleaning, they came up with solutions that enabled us to bring into the school improvement plan for 2018. So you can, it told us that we can learn from each other. It doesn't mean that the person is cleaning or whatever, but as we come as a community, we can do the best.
So what have been the benefits of this program? PFP has been a wonderful program. The gains that are made are actually participating in the by participating are up to the individuals. What you don't put in, you don't get out. And in this one, Ghardy is, what she has done is she's used shade cloth to produce a hall, and the walkway is the stage. And this is her prize-giving thing. This is a celebration of her staff and her children that she's really made wonderful. And she's brought in, she's managed with the skills of PFP to bring together the cleaners and the teachers, the learners, and all sorts of people. And she is valuing the people. She brings out their potential. The skills that she has developed equip her to have the staff that is accountable, dedicated, and inspired. And just before I get another notice of time, I want to say that the benefits of this program are not obvious right now. But in the future, the people that she is touching will be creative, thinking, committed, and generous citizens. They too will be the change that they want to see in the world. And I'm going to say that it's been an absolute privilege to work with all of you.
Okay.
And with you.
Thank you. The benefits for me, is collaboration, sometimes we are very lonely as principals in schools, and for us to come together, in all the communities that we met, learning from other principals. When you have a challenge as a principal, but you meet other principals, you know that problems can be solved. So we are very thankful to the sponsors of the program, the workshops that you attended. We are grateful that is a lifetime, empowerment. Thank you so much.
Good for you.